using toolbar canvas in Oracle Forms. Now first let us take a new form. Now we will create a data block manually, not from the data block wizard. The data block will be a non-database block. This block is required because after creating the canvas we will put all the toolbar button on this within this block. Now to create a new canvas, either you can select the canvases and double click on it, or you can go to the create button on the toolbox. As you can see, the new canvas has been created. Now we will go to the property of the canvas. From this property sheet we will go to the canvas type and select horizontal toolbar, and I will change another property from this, that is bevel, and we will make it raised. You can see in the window property, the default window which is created when the form is created is already set to the window 1, which you can see from here. Now we will go to the design view. Just select on the canvas and press F2. Now it's a time to resize the canvas. As you can see, here are two borders. This border which is already selected is the window border. That is a window container in which all the canvas are within. So we will just resize it. Actually we want to resize the horizontal toolbar canvas in its appropriate position. So now is the time that we will draw some buttons on this toolbar canvas. As we have seen, we have created a block manually. When we will draw the button on this canvas, those buttons will be added to the block which is manually created, which we will see later on. So we will draw here 3 buttons, 4 buttons, one for new record, one for delete record, one for query record, and one for execute query record. For the time being, we will only put the caption on the toolbar, on the toolbar button. Later on I will show you how to put images on this button. Not in this video. First we will change the name of the button. Suppose we name it button new. Just name it new. In the same way we will rename and put caption on all the rest 3 buttons. Now we have created the 4 buttons with their name as button new, button delete, button query, and button execute. And as you can see, the caption is set here as new, delete, query, and execute. Now we are going to resize this button. First go to arrange, go to size object, make the height as largest. Now align it to the top. And I will drag it to make it larger. Now we are going to create a database block on which we will apply these functions of this toolbar buttons. Select the data blocks, click on the plus sign, and let us make a data block with the wizard. This will be a simple data block wizard. Now we will create a layout with the layout wizard. As you can see, the canvas 3 is selected here, which is actually the toolbar canvas, but we will not put this data block on this canvas because it belongs to the toolbar. So we will select a new canvas, and it will be a content canvas. We will select to fill from here, and make the form, make this layout as a tabular one showing multiple records. So we'll show our scroll bar on it. Now let us see what is the design output of this data block. Okay, here you can see the layout has been created for the designation master data block. So we will make a few changes, as update layout will be manual. This manual update layout is required because if it is automatic, whatever manual changes you make on the alignment of the item and all that, whenever you will resize the frame, all the alignment will be changed automatically as per the alignment of the frame. So we'll just set it to manual. Okay, patients are trying out. So let's resize this window, and we will just look at the output. What the output comes on the runtime. So we just resize the window and make it a little smaller, and we'll go to the properties of this window and make some changes there. We actually want to make this window which cannot be resized, so we will make the resized allowed as no, maximum is allowed as no, and minimize allows as no. So we can close it and we can move the form within the background. So let us see in runtime what's the output comes. Okay, as you can see, we have the toolbar canvas at the top and the data block which belongs to designation master is at the bottom. Okay, now as you can see, the default toolbar provided by the forms is already there, so we need to remove this one, as we will only use this toolbar buttons. And with that we will add another button as exit, which will exit the form and click in on it. So first go to the property of the form, and we will remove this default ampersand smart bar. If you later on want to add a menu on the form, you can just put the path in this menu module and the menu name. Right now we are not creating the menu, so we will leave it blank. Okay, so let us create another button as exit. So now we will put the PLSQL code on this button. Just click on the button and you can right click on it and go to the PLSQL editor, or you can select the button and press F11. Detail record block, action, the block which is showing multiple records. So for the time being we will remove this new button and only work on delete, query and execute. So let's go to the PLSQL editor. We will select the when button pressed trigger and write here delete record. Now let's select the query. We will again press F11 or right click on it and we can go to PLSQL editor. Again we will select when button press trigger and write as you can see, we have written here enter query no validate. When we use no validate as a parameter, it actually bypasses all the messages and restriction provided by forms. Either you have some validations which can restrict of enter query. So when we write no validate, it bypasses all the restrictions and messages. Same way we will go to the execute button and take when button press trigger. In the same way write execute query no validate. Same way we go to exit when button pressed and simply write here exit form no validate. As we have removed the new button. So let us add another button here. To save the record. The same way we go to the property palette. Rename the button save, and put the caption or label as save. In the same way, press F11, go to when button, press trigger, write exit from no validate. So let us run the form and see the what is the output. We have missed one thing. See, as the buttons are on the non-database block, which is block 2. So when you are pressing the button, clicking on the button with the mouse, the current block is actually block 2. So we need to add one record here, that is go block. Which will help to navigate to the block designation master, where the command will be executed. Same we have to do on the rest. It is taking a hell of a lot of time, so you should copy it and paste on the other triggers. Now let us see what is the output. Here we need to do one more thing. As you can see, mouse navigate and keyboard navigable. So we will set both of these to no. If we set the mouse navigate to no, whenever we click on the button, the cursor will not navigate to the block on which this button belongs. If the block is currently set to the database block, so it will be there and it will not move to the toolbar block. So let's see the output. We enter query, execute. Let us make some changes. As you can see, transaction complete, one record applied and saved. So let's delete the record Okay, we will not save this one. So you can see we query the record, we execute the record, we save the record, we delete the record. Now when we press exit here, the application is closed. Now see, in the normal case, when we press exit from the default toolbar of the forms, they prompt you whether you want to save the changes. Now here no prompt is given, as we have mentioned, there is no validate. So that's all for this tutorial. This is a simple example of how to create a toolbar canvas and put buttons on it to perform the basic operations of Oracle Forms. Thank you.